Jada was the woman that everybody wanted, and Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small
Oh, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars, you can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so much that they fall into submission.
Who needs enemies when they got friends like you?
Well, I could tell you what goes on the inside. Everybody else is just speculation.
Damn. Somebody told me I made my pictures in the book.
You know, your picture's in the book and your name is in the book. So you like you doing some real elegant pimp. I'm blowing you up.
I love that.
I'm blowing you up.
Dude, this is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say new, they probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab. And they'll pay for the rehab. Even though you're not on drugs, they're gonna pay for the rehab. And you have to go if you want to work with them. And then I've saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin.
Okay.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, but I see his car there. I'm like, where is this guy at? So now I'm holding Dwayne down too. So I have the keys to his dressing room. So I'm like, yo, and they're calling I'm on walkie-talkie and they calling my cell phone. Yo, we need to get Will here. And I'm like, yo, kind of fuck down. Like, I'm trying to find it. This is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Murder, like murder. There was murder in there.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Sorry for the visuals. Jesus Christ. I tried to edit it as best as I could to cut out the bleep. Jesus Christ. Lord help us all. But anyway, that was a brother Belial who worked with Will Smith. You heard Will Smith in the clip praising brother Belial, saying he was in his book and that he was blowing him up. He is basically reviving all these old rumors and accusations about, Will being gay and cheating with Dwayne Martin, and etc. And so, according to, the claims are being made by, obviously, brother Belial. This was actually from Unwind with Tasha K, who was recently sued by Cardi B and actually lost a lawsuit against Cardi B because she said that Cardi B had a sexually transmitted disease or something like that. And she could not prove that, so she basically ended up losing that case, if I'm not mistaken. Now, according to Jada Pinkett Smith, she's saying that this was all a part of a shakedown, that this guy is a shakedown artist who is just trying to shake the Smiths down and get some money out of them, and that it is a cash grab. She was on the Breakfast Club on Thursday, and she said that they are planning legal action against brother Belial. Now, Charlemagne the God asked her some questions. This is what Jada had to say.
In the No Soccer Mom chapter, right, you shoot down every rumor there's ever been about y'all. That y'all are swingers, that y'all were both gay and playing each other's biz, that y'all were sleeping with whomever you choose.
Yeah.
How does it feel in 2023 to still have those same rumors out about people you love, like Will and Dwayne?
I know.
That just came out, too, recently.
Yeah, and let me just say this. It's ridiculous, right? And it's nonsense. And this is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown that didn't work. We're going to take legal action. Because it's one thing to have your opinion about somebody versus just making up salacious, malicious stories.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actionable. So we're going to roll with that. But yeah,
Say, leave it alone. Don't go no further.
Yeah.
Oh,
No. Nobody said anything. It's, so for me, unfortunately, it's part of it. You know what I mean? It's not true. We gonna take care of it, and that's that.
How does
So there was a money shakedown prior?
Oh yeah, it was a money.
He tried to extort you before? Or?
Well, it's based around this person's idea that they, in some way, were doing business around Will's book, and that they spent money or what have you, and that they needed to be compensated. So he already tried to do this money shakedown. Will was willing to give him a certain amount or what have you, and he didn't take it. So this whole situation is based on that.
Give him a certain amount. Why, though? Just
Well, because of some business that they had. And I don't know the complete details about it, but that's about to come out because, like I told you, about to take legal action.
Right. You should.
Yeah, no, we are, for sure.
I was asking how's Will dealing with it, with
Oh,
does he laugh it off?
Release a statement.
Will, here's one good thing about Will. Will's always going to find the funny.
I figured that.
Yeah, he's always going to find the funny. You know what I'm saying? And so
y'all laughed at the murder, kill. Part?
Yeah. You have to because it's absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And so all you have is you just got to laugh about it, and it's unfortunate because.
Did he ask you, like, do I look like I give off bottom energy?
He was like, do you believe this shit? But we just laughed about it.
So yeah, that was Jada Pinkett Smith responding to the allegations of Brother Bilal. I think more than anything, this is an important story for the simple fact that it shows where we are with the cult of celebrity in 2023, right? We are at a place where people are so involved and wrapped up in the lives of celebrities that this guy, who was just probably a hanger-on, he was Will's assistant, right? He was just Will's assistant and one of his friends, can, without any proof, without any evidence whatsoever, sell a story to a blogger because he's allegedly mad that he did not get as much money as he wanted out of Will Smith, and be able to put a dent in this man's 35-year career in Hollywood and entertainment. And there's absolutely, I know Jada's saying they are suing, and I really, even if it's true, I hope they sue him. To keep it 100, I think you don't do that to somebody with a family. You don't do that with somebody with wife, with children. Think about all the horrific things the Smith children have had to hear about their parents over the last 3 or 4 years. Now, a lot of that is Jada's fault, right? She's the one who has the red table talk where we have to hear about all kinds of details about the Smiths' marriage and how she didn't want to marry Will Smith, how her mother had to beg her to marry Will Smith on their wedding day, and how she wasn't going to go through with it, and her mother said, please marry Will Smith. And how, she had an entanglement with one of her son's friends. These are all things that the Smiths have sort of made them kind of open themselves for. And even that is sort of symbolic of the modern culture of celebrity, where celebrities feel the need to share some of the most intimate and often embarrassing details of their lives in order to stay relevant. I remember when the whole situation came out where Jada said that she had what she called an entanglement with one of her son. What's the boy's name? Well, Will Smith's young son. She said she had an entanglement with one of his friends, right? And she's like in her 50s or 40s, and this guy's 22 or something. And the whole time I'm just sitting there thinking, why? Why is she talking about this? Like, even if it gets out in the press, just ignore it. Just ignore it. Why even dignify the allegations? Just say, oh, who cares? That's ridiculous. That's just celebrity gossip nonsense. And move on with your life. But we are at a place of deep cultural rot in this society where, and I'm not trying to vilify Jada Pinkett Smith. I mean, a lot of people have recently, and I think that she has said some stuff more, just like I said, putting their business out there that shouldn't be out there. You know, I don't want to vilify her, but I will say you don't see Denzel Washington's wife. You don't see Samuel L. Jackson's wife. And flip it on the white side, you don't see Tom Hanks' wife writing books, doing Facebook shows where they talk about the intimate details of their lives. These are things that old school celebrities who know something and know how to handle themselves, these are things that these people have figured out over the years. You just keep your stuff in-house. But it is very symbolic of the modern culture that we have, where not just celebrities, but a lot of people get on social media and tell people the most intimate details of their lives. And I cram to understand why people feel the need to share all this with the public. Like, why do you need to share this with the public? What is the deal with that? You know. And unfortunately, I think a lot of there seems to be a piling on when it comes to Will Smith that I think is unfair. Like I said, some of it I do think that his wife has opened him up for, because she's made him look like to be a buster on some level. Will Smith already had a very precarious relationship with hip hop, the hip hop community, and with a lot of people who thought he was soft, who thought he was corny. But Will Smith, and I just paid tribute to Will Smith a few weeks ago on for the musical spotlight. And I went down the list of this man's accomplishments. This is one of the most accomplished entertainers in the history of show business. He is one of the most talented men that we have produced in the black community, and especially in hip hop. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and even things before that, like Parents Just Don't Understand. He won the first rap Grammy, as I talked about a few weeks ago. He opened up so many doors for everybody in hip hop to reach to suburbs. All these guys who make $40 million in a year, $50 million in a year, you can thank Will Smith for a lot of that. You better thank Will Smith for that. He's a big part of, along with Hammer and a few other people, the reason that rapper Run DMC. There's a few guys, you know, who made it possible for hip hop to infiltrate the suburbs and the world. And Will Smith is one of those people. He is a living legend. And now we have watched the media and his own wife, in some instances, unfortunately. It feels like there is some sort of, I don't want to say conspiracy to bring this man down, but Jesus Christ. Like, I'm sure the brother has to be strong to take the criticism that comes with the job of being that famous. But he's written about suffering from depression. He's talked about, you know, having depressive thoughts and bouts of depression and these types of things. That can't be good. What all this is that is coming from his own people. Because Brother Bilal is a brother. Can't be good for that. And so once again, here we are death on our own people. Especially those who have achieved the most and have opened up the most doors. And the vultures in the corporate media have helped to bring about the sort of character destruction of this man. I said when the whole Chris Rock situation happened. I said this when Rev was still here. Last year. He slapped Chris Rock because he could not slap Regina King. Regina King was up there making jokes about his marriage. Him and Jada's marriage. And implying that they were swingers. In front of the whole world. That was the offensive joke. But that's where we are now. This man has been reduced to being a joke. The world is not laughing with him. The world is laughing at him. And again, a lot of us, and I don't mean like regular people, I mean people in who have wealth and power are participating in that. And so I want everybody listening to understand that ultimately this is what's happening. Like, I don't know if he made somebody angry in Hollywood. I don't know if he didn't do a deal with somebody. And I'm not talking about Brother Bilal. I'm talking about one of the real big wigs in Hollywood. I don't know if that has happened. But I will say that we will be doggone fools if we as the black community allow a man who's gone out of his way to be a good role model in a lot of ways, who broke down so many doors, so many barriers, who's accomplished so much, you know, doesn't seem to be a drug addict, alcoholic. You know, we know his wife has, you know, messed around on him, but we never heard about any of the women he was messing around with. To sort of bring him down on this level, I think is out and out reprehensible. And let me just say this: the guy, Brother Bilal, just can I say just an all out disgusting individual for even revealing this. Like, even if it was 100% true, 100% true, let's just say it's 100% true. Unless some man threatened to kill my kids or do something to my kids or did something to my kids or my mama or my family or was threatening my family, whatever, there is no way that just for money, I'm going to destroy one of the most accomplished black men in America just over some money. You don't do that to people. And you especially don't do it to other black people. You don't do this to other brothers. This guy here broke the brother code 100%. Like, absolutely disgusting. This Brother Bilal character shouldn't be able to get another job from anybody in the black community, anybody black ever again. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this story. I wanted to put Brother Bilal on blast. Brother Bilal, you shouldn't be able to walk down a street in a black community ever again. Period. I don't care how weird the Smiths are or what they do in their marriage. It's none of our business. And I've said this before. I really wish Jada would keep a lot of that stuff and Will would keep a lot. I wish they'd keep a lot of that stuff to themselves, you know, because again, you know, it's not really relevant. But I know we're in the age. That's why I said earlier, we're in the age where celebrities and people want to get on the internet and emote. Fine. But this character, this grifter, whoever he is a disgusting individual and needs to really be held accountable for doing what is, in my opinion, really tantamount to black on black crime. This is in itself black on black crime. All right, folks, let me know what you think. Give me a call, 219-885-1371. When I get back, we're going to get into the second half of, I guess, black male celebrities being brought down. You know, we're going to talk about Diddy or Puffy or Puff Daddy or whatever the hell he's calling himself now when we get back. Please stay with us here on WLTH 1370 AM, Issues and Answers Friday, My Country, with Scott Cannon, 219-885-1371. That number again, 219-885-1371. I'll be right back after these.